If you're getting views and not clients, this video is for you. Most of the time, the problem isn't that your content isn't working, it's that it is working, but it's doing the wrong job. There's a difference between content that builds an audience and content that builds a business, and most experts who are posting consistently are optimizing for the wrong one without even knowing it. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you watched an entertaining reel with millions of views and you yourself turned into a client? For most experts, the answer is rarely or even never. And yet, that is the content you want to keep making. Because the views feel good, the likes feel like progress, and the followers going up feels like something is working. But what you secretly know but you don't want to admit is that virality and trust are not the same thing, and trust is what builds a business, not an audience. And trust is the only thing that converts at the high-ticket level. A video with 300 views from the right 300 people will outperform a video with 300,000 views from the wrong 300,000 people every single time. The goal was never views, remember? It was always clients. And there are 3 reasons why content gets views and not clients, and I'm gonna break it down in this video. The first is wrong positioning. The content is entertaining or even educational sometimes, but doesn't communicate who you are and what you specifically do. Someone watches it, maybe even enjoys it, and then just kind of moves on. They have no reason to think, oh, I need to work with this person, because the content never told them why they should. The second one is lack of authority signals. Views come from being relatable or entertaining, but clients come from authority. Most of the time, content that goes viral is broad, emotional, or funny. The content that converts is specific, insightful, and shows the depth of expertise that makes someone think, oh, this person knows something that I do not. And most experts are optimizing for the former when they need the latter. The third one is no conversion mechanism. Even if the content is positioned correctly and signals authority, if there's no clear path from watching to booking, nothing happens. The viewer has nowhere to go. They watch, they feel good about you, and then they scroll to the next person and the moment is gone. Now let me show you what converted content looks like. So when someone lands on your page and checks out your videos, they feel like every single video is attacking the exact pain that they're struggling with every single day, because it's so specific to that target audience that they feel like this person knows exactly what they're talking about. And that's what makes them trust you and want to work with you. Converting content demonstrates your unique perspectives, not just information. Look, in the age of AI and GPT, information is widely available anywhere. Your avatar can ask GPT anything and get the exact answer in a second. But what they will never get from GPT is what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Which is why when you talk about your perspective, your unique frameworks, and your years of experience, that's what creates that feeling of, oh, this is the exact person I need to talk to solve my problems. Lastly, and very importantly, converting content needs to have a next step. Your audience cannot just watch the video and then move on. If you want them to convert, you need to think, okay, how can I keep capturing them? And this can look like many things. For example, automations through ManyChats where they have to comment something and then they come back to your DMs and you keep talking. Maybe it looks like ads that retargets the same audience again and again so that they can't help but hear you out. Or even content based on clear transformations and client case studies with a clear CTA that pushes people to think, if he was successful working with this client, then why not me? These CTAs can look like leave a comment, book a call, watch this video, fill out this form, actions that give them somewhere to go while they're warm. Here's the exact framework that we use with all of our clients. We create content pillars segmented into the following 3. Number 1, you've got reach content. This is content that's specifically optimized to get you seen by new and cold audiences. So that means that it's content optimizing for views. And I know I just spent the last couple of minutes telling you not to do this, but my point wasn't that you shouldn't do it at all. It just shouldn't be the only thing you do. It should be a part of a much bigger strategy. And also there's a smarter way to do it that reinforces your positioning. Which actually brings me to the second type of pillar, which is authority content. This is the type of content that you cannot find on Google. It's based on your perspective, your experiences, your years of expertise. This is content that is going to bring people in and make them think, wow, this person really knows something that I've either never seen before or never thought of myself. So for example, let's say you're selling a program or you're even doing plastic surgeries and you have specific ways of doing things that maybe your peers don't do that way. Breaking that down into bite-sized pieces of content is not just worth doing, it's almost mandatory, because then you're sharing your exact unique frameworks that make you different from everyone else and that no one else is talking about. And that's what makes people go from casually following to genuinely wanting to work with you. And most experts have 1 or 2 of these, or they post authority content to a tiny audience that never grows, or they try to convert an audience that they've never built trust with yet. All three working together is what creates a real acquisition system. And one more thing that most people miss completely, your profile is not just a collection of videos. It is a sales page. And when someone lands on your page for the very first time, usually only after seeing just one of your videos, they're making a decision in just about 10 seconds whether you're worth following and ultimately worth hiring. And if they land on a profile that looks inconsistent, has no clear message, mixes personal posts with professional ones, and has no visual identity tying it all together, most of the time, they leave. Usually, it's not your credentials or that you're not good enough, it's that your profile simply didn't do the job. The best converting profiles have a clear message in the bio, a consistent visual identity across every single post, and a body of content that tells a coherent and consistent story about who you are, who you help, and why you're the best at it. Your content brings them to the profile, and the profile closes them. So if you're posting consistently and still not seeing clients, the problem is almost never the volume of content. It is almost always one of these three things: wrong positioning, missing authority signals, or no conversion mechanisms. Fix those three things and the same effort you're putting starts generating completely different results. If you want to see exactly how we build this for experts and businesses in the region, the link is in the bio below. You see, CTA.